www.copd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? we got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Thank you for joining me this Thursday, April 16, 2026. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show today. Let's not forget to clean up. Let's not forget to clean up this Saturday. Who we got in the chat? Who's joining the show in the chat? Kawanda, Lori Patterson. I see you, Lori. Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real. Salute to you, King. Jeff in the chat. Salute. Josh is in the chat. Salute to you. Mo the Elephant just joined the chat. Salute, Mo the Elephant. Hey, look, I'll say this. This Saturday is the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup, the big Tory Lowe Community Cleanup, presented by Metropolitan Sewage District. And I'll tell you this, I cannot wait to see everybody outside helping the community. Now, we just had a severe storm, and I see somebody made a post. Somebody had made a post that said, we got to get out here and clean these storm drains. We got to get the community, everybody got to get out and clean these storm drains because it continues to be a lot of flooding in the community after severe weather. So, hey, this is a great time. I told people if we do it all at once, ain't nobody got to do a lot. Ain't nobody got to do a lot. Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is the kickoff of spring cleaning. And we doing the deep cleaning this year. We got MMSD that's going to be at Martin Luther King Elementary School, MLK Elementary School. We want to get all those toxic waste chemicals out of your house, out of your basement. We want to make sure that we do our due diligence because we got a long year. We got a long year. It's time to get out, get to work. It's time to look, you can't talk your way out of this one. You can't talk your way out of this one. We got to serve the community. Now, what happens after you clean up, you build respect, pride, and camaraderie. And moving into the rest of the year, I want to be around people that's willing to do the work. Everybody want to be on the TV. Everybody want to have that big Martin Luther King speech. I don't want to have no don't Martin Luther King speech me no more. I'm Martin Luther King speeched out. If I want to hear the Martin Luther King speech, I'll go on YouTube. I need work now because we got so many fires burning in the village. And then if you want to sit there and talk, no, we not finna do that. We finna work, and we gonna talk while we working. We gonna talk after the work is done. This is the new attitude. We got to start talking after the work done. Because if we talk before the work done, a lot of people believe they did their job. Everybody come to the meeting. Well, I had a meeting the other day, and I said this, and I said that. I don't know why nobody ain't do nothing. Because you wasn't doing nothing. I don't even do meetings. People get mad when I say that because they don't, you gotta meet somewhere. No, we gonna meet on the front lines. We gonna meet outside. We can talk while we working. Hey, if we out there for 2 hours, we can talk about anything we want to talk about. That's all I'm saying. This is where we got to be going into the new year. Everybody that comes out is going to experience being around people that's not afraid to get out here and roll up their sleeves. What else can we do? See, I'm telling you, understand. You understand how many call to actions we do every year on the radio. I think we do up to like 20-something call to actions a year. I do more than that, but the ones that make it to the radio, I say average like 20 to 25 call to actions throughout the year. And then there'll be some cases where families will come in, and if you want to assist, you can. So you can add that in there. May not be a call to action, but maybe just to assist. You know, when I say call to actions, that means we got to get outside. And I never wanted a radio show just to be talking, and I never wanted just listeners. I wanted active listeners. I remember when I first got on the air, I said, I got a vision that we can have active listenership. Like where we go out, we get in the community. Truth Nation is an active listening audience. Understand what I'm saying? So it's time for action. Salute to everybody that registered. ToryLoweCleanup.com. Hey, is it too late to register, Andrew?
No, people can still register.
People can still register. It's Thursday. You can still register. ToryLoweCleanup.com. Salute to the sponsors, Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhafels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, our presenting sponsor, MMSD. Now, look, MMSD is going to be setting out at Martin Luther King Elementary School all day from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You could bring your household waste products. I'm talking about antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, pesticides, stuff that you got sitting around. Go to MMSD.com to look at a list of what you can bring, what you can't. MMSD.com. Also, I made a post on my social media. If you want to go to Tory Lowe, King on Facebook, on Instagram, I got a whole list of things that you can bring. If you want to understand how the 3 locations, MMSD got 3 locations for Milwaukee County residents that you can go to get rid of that stuff. But look, it's going to be right on the block. MLK Elementary School off of North 3rd Street, 3275 North 3rd Street. We going to be outside. Rain, sleet, snow. We go regardless. I treat these cleanups like these families. Families that call me to be a thunderstorm outside. I'll still go. Why? Tragedy don't care about weather. They don't care who you is. They don't care about race. So I had to make myself available at any day, any time, any place. So that's how we moving. That's how you got the mind state you got to have to make real change. Somebody got mad at me because I told them you can't work a 9 to 5 and save the community. They got mad. What you mean you can't work a 9 to 5 to save the community? Nah, you can't, because our community is random. Things don't happen on that schedule. That's not the schedule of a community that's not organized, like that's not well ran. Maybe if you was in the suburbs, you maybe could work a 9 to 5 and just maintain the structure if it's running well. You could work, all right, this is how you can work a 9 to 5 and help the community. If you living in a well put together neighborhood where everybody keeping up with their property taxes, everybody keeping up with everything, everybody got maintenance going on, their lawns is cut, you can get a 9 to 5 and live in that community and do well. But when you on the block, when you outside in some of these neighborhoods that we dealing with, like the north side, a 9 to 5 ain't gonna do it. 9 to 5 is for if it's under control. I'm out at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I get calls, tragedy strikes all. I'm never off the clock. Let me put it like that. Because everything is so random. Everything is so random. Understand what I'm saying? So if I had a 9 to 5, if I got off at 5 o'clock, I wouldn't do half of the work that I do. People start calling me after 12 and don't stop until 5, maybe 5 o'clock at one time. The latest I got a call in the middle of the night is at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock a.m. Now think about it. If I had that 9 to 5 mentality, a lot of folks, like after 5 o'clock, wouldn't even get no help. I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I say, that's why I'm the most requested advocate, because they know I'm not going, if you could get to me, I'm only one person now. I'm only one person. I got somebody got mad because I couldn't get to him. I said, call Mayor Cavalier Johnson. Like, call them. They don't even answer the phone. I'm just saying. Call one of these representatives, these aldermen. Like, hey, now I'm gonna run the break before I say something. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Truth Nation, it's that time of year again for the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we'll be cleaning up the city of Milwaukee. You can also safely get rid of hazardous household items thanks to MMST. Drop off your items from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at MLK Elementary School. We're talking things like all antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, and pesticides. Sign up now at ToryLoweCleanup.com. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Sub, and Waste Management.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Greg Fritsch, president of the Center for Veterans Issues, inviting you to get involved in supporting the CVI mission. The Center for Veterans Issues is proud to serve veterans across Wisconsin. Each year, we help more than 1,200 veterans stay housed, find meaningful employment, and connect with the support they've earned. From housing assistance and job training to case management and suicide prevention outreach, our team is here to help veterans build stable, independent lives. If you're a veteran in need of support, visit cvivet.org. Donations can also be accepted at cvivet.org/donate.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Big heart, big voice. Whole city in the ceiling. Yeah. Walk in, capes turn the cameras. He don't need a mask, just manners. Show up when the block need answers. Turn pain into cheers, that's magic, that's standard. Turn who gon' help, so we got hope, Turn I can't talk, to I won't show. From the courthouse steps to the front row pew. If you speak truth first, he gon' stand by you, yeah.
101, Tory Lowe Show. I want to head over to Houston, where a pastor's daughter shot arriving home from church. The boyfriend used the car to stop the suspected shooter in this situation. This situation making its way across social media. I want to get some audio up, get some video up on this. Once again, the pastor's daughter was shot while coming home after church, and the boyfriend had to use his car to stop the shooter. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got some audio and video on this. Let's listen.
Yeah, Keith, we've just learned from court records that this suspect has allegedly tried to hide on the victim's property before. And after talking with law enforcement and neighbors throughout the day, we now know that the victim is a 19-year-old girl. She is the daughter of the pastor here at this church, and she got shot in the shoulder after getting home last night. We now know also that the suspect allegedly has visited and come to this church before. He recently, though, got asked to stop coming. That's according to investigators. Take a look. We have some video of the Harris Harris County Sheriff's Office out here searching for evidence again today. We saw them outside of the home where that shooting happened last night. We also saw them here at the church canvassing for evidence. HCSO tells me the church asked the suspect to stop coming because of unacceptable behavior. So last night, we also have video from that scene. You can see the law enforcement response because when that young woman got home from church just down the road from us, the 24-year-old shooter confronted her in the yard, deputies say, then fired a gun twice, one of those bullets hitting her in the shoulder. Her boyfriend heard and saw what happened, and here's the twist. That's when deputies say he ran over the suspect. Both the shooter and the young woman had to be taken to the hospital. They are both expected to survive. And tonight, the DA's office confirms that the shooter, Emmanuel Marin, is facing 2 felony charges. At last check, he has now been booked into the Harris County Jail. Now, some initial information that we got from the sheriff's office this morning indicated that this may have been some sort of stalker situation, but the sheriff's office has since clarified today that they really had no restraining orders and they didn't have any calls for service indicating any sort of previous stalking activity.
All right, girl, y'all got to be careful because it seems like this was a prior situation that was going on. They was very familiar with this person. And many times when folks show up at people's houses with things like that, you know, it's kind of personal, you know. It's kind of personal. I remember somebody told me that somebody, you know, it's a couple things, crimes that automatically when you look at them, sometimes it's a crime of personal. They kind of knew the person. You know, many times a lot of people in Milwaukee, when a lot of people that get shot, they kind of know the person. You know, they had kind of a situation where somebody got upset. They kind of was familiar with the person that shot him, you know. And I'll say this, when I look at this situation, I knew, like, from hearing the situation where he came to the house, you know, now that I'm hearing the article that they stopped him from coming to the church. Hey, it's a mental health issues. I ain't saying that this was the case. He could be crazy. All right, I don't know what all right, so it's mental health. Then there's some folks that's crazy. Understand what I'm saying? Like, crazy and mental health kind of is a thin line. Like, you know, they say it's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between being a nut job and being mental health. You know, I done ran into some nut jobs. Like, I don't even think you could get some counseling for that. I don't think once you get to that point, I don't think it's no help for that. You just gotta. I don't even know what to even do with that. But I know some people that just have issues and they working on it. They dealing with it. They have improved themselves. They have improved their lives and things like that. But I'm going to tell you, I probably in my lifetime have ran into like at least 20, 30 something nut jobs out here, dealing with the community. Like, okay, this I'm listening. Okay, this person is a nutso. I can't do nothing about this. You know what I mean? It's just ain't no amount of trying to get the resources that it's going to help this person. And people get mad. I can't help you. I can't help her. That's wild right there. Like, they got to go to jail. Like, they didn't mean to do. Okay. But last week you threw them out. Like, you couldn't do nothing with them. So, okay. Also, I want to get to this story. It has something to do with the artificial flavor. This is a Consumer Report. They have an artificial color confusion, with the artificial colors and things like that. I thought RFK was trying to sort all of this out with the artificial flavors in the foods and things like that, and all of these chemicals and things like that. I don't know. I don't know how well he doing right now, because I still see the Cheerios and all of this stuff that they was talking about on the shelf a little bit. I don't see the change in ingredients. Have you seen the change in any ingredients?
No, they're still artificial dyes.
Yeah, I still see the hot Cheetos and everything. Like, Red 4, I don't know. Maybe they changed it. Maybe I got to look at the bag. Maybe I got
a lot of inventory. Getting rid of the old inventory.
Okay, getting rid of the old inventory. If you like the Red 40, here you go. Well, they got a problem. They got a problem with this artificial color confusion. We got audio on this if you listening, if you're watching this rebroadcast live. Let's listen.
You've probably seen it on countless food labels. No artificial colors. Seems straightforward, right? Well, under a new Food and Drug Administration policy, that's not necessarily the case.
The simple version is the FDA basically has redefined what no artificial colors means on food labels.
Until now, if a product made that claim, it meant there were no added colors. Now,
the only colors now that count as artificial are this specific category called FD&C dyes, petroleum-based dyes like red 40, yellow 5, and blue 2. Any other sort of added color gets a pass.
Take titanium dioxide.
Oh, wow.
It's synthetically produced and used to add whiteness or brightness to foods like candies and cheeses, and is banned as a food additive in the European Union over toxicity concerns.
Now you could have that in a product labeled no artificial colors, which just adds a bit of confusion for the average consumer.
The International Association of Color Manufacturers, an industry trade group, did not immediately respond to CR's request for comment. So what does this mean when you're grocery shopping?
You now have to do some more research. It's just going to make the average purchasing decision a little bit more complicated.
The FDA says some additives, including titanium dioxide, are under review, and it will act if new data shows they're unsafe. Until then, shoppers should read ingredient lists carefully and not rely only on front-of-package claims.
Look, if I'm hungry, I'm not trying to read the ingredients. It take a lot. You know what I found out? It take a lot of discipline to read the ingredients.
Put the fork down.
Well, but that's a calorie thing, like, or like that's a, not eat so much thing. That's not, you don't have to look at the label to put the fork down. Do you read labels, Andrew?
Yeah. Ever since I started eating better, yeah.
You read all the labels?
I try to, yeah.
You read everything that you put in your mouth. You try to make sure you know what's in it.
If I'm going to a restaurant, no. But if I'm going to Walmart or Pick and Save or something and I'm buying my chicken and broccoli, yeah, I'm looking at what's happening here. Because there's preservatives in my broccoli, because I get frozen broccoli that I cook it. And there's preservatives in there. I want to make sure I'm not getting the bad preservatives.
Okay. All I'm saying is, do you really know what you're getting if you're getting it out of a grocery store?
I use ChatGPT.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is, okay, you concerned about yellow 40, red, whatever, 40, whatever. All of the dyes, right?
Red 40, yellow 40, E40.
Whatever, it's E40, whatever. You concerned about it. But then they got this titanium dioxide. That's worse than that. It's like, okay, where we going with this artificial flavor stuff? Artificial, no color, no artificial flavor, no color. I thought we was getting this together. RFK came in. That's the wave he rode in on. He gonna get rid of all of these chemicals, and now we finding out that they getting rid of the more commercialized chemicals. But yet it's still, long as it ain't the commercialized chemicals, you still got nasty, dangerous chemicals in the food. Here we go. Put the fork down, Truth Nation. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report. Somebody said, read the ingredient list. It was a commercial. Somebody's like, read the ingredients. Well, if I'm hungry, I might have to read it after I eat this bag of chips. And when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Redlining happened here. Some neighborhoods are still left behind. When decisions are made about our blocks, our homes, and our families, we deserve to be heard. The Milwaukee County Office of Equity and Empower invites you to help us tell the story of wealth by taking a short survey online. What do you need to build wealth for your family, business, or neighborhood? Take the survey and be entered in to win concert tickets, cash prizes, and more. Take the survey now through the end of March at mkestoryofwealth.com. That's mkestoryofwealth.com.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with two. It's buy one, get one half off throughout April at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land the perfect two-piece set, now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. Second floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout April at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
If oil gets to $90 a barrel, I'll be able to pay off my house. I think war is awful. It's terrible. It doesn't resolve things. It creates long-lasting hatred and even more conflict that the American people are always going to find themselves involved in.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
But if I don't have a mortgage, you know what I mean? You take the good with the bad. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to end the wars? You can't have America first if you're involved in all these foreign wars. And there's people that believed him when he said that. He doesn't like wars. He said it many times. Said it on the campaign trail.
Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
He's bombed just as much in his first year as any warmongering hawk president we've ever seen since World War II.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Until people come before profit. Until all energy is clean. Until the wild is truly free. Earth Justice will never rest. Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the planet and its people for nearly 50 years. Earth Justice has 150 full-time lawyers fighting in court for our planet's future and representing all clients free of charge. No one fights more cases on the environment than Earth Justice. And we win because these are fights we cannot lose. Until justice stands for all, Earth Justice will never rest. If you share our restless spirit and want to commit to fighting for a just and equitable future for everyone, go to earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The series finale between the Brewers and Blue Jays is this afternoon at American Family Field after the Brew crew were able to rally back yesterday.
Ground ball over the mound. Frelick's coming home. He will score. Out at first is Terang, and the Brewers have a 2-1 lead.
The 2-1 victory over the Blue Jays snaps a 6-game losing streak. And with Doc Rivers out, the search for the next head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks begins.
The reality is we are thinking about this over the course of the long term.
Milwaukee Bucks president Josh Glessing on the coaching hire search. Some reported names to look out for: former Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins, Milwaukee Bucks assistant Darvin Ham, as well as names like Sam Cassell, all could be in the running for the Bucks head coaching job. This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. He came up from the struggle. Learned to listen more to speak. Pulling chairs up at the courthouse. For the folks no one would see. Phone ringing on a Sunday. Some mama crying through the line. He said, text me all the names. I'm on your side. We'll find the time. Tory, keep going. You can't stop now. Yeah. You the voice when they shut us out. Every block, every tear, every promise you vow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tory, keep going. You can't clock out. When the pain gets loud, you stand your ground. Advocate hard.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Tory Lowe and Andrew right here in the studio. Andrew, it's a lot of talk. Doc Rivers is gone. A lot of people felt relieved. I mean, I didn't see nobody saying, hey, let's give him one more chance. But now the conversation is who's going to step in and be the Bucks' next head coach?
That's right, Tory. And
who do y'all think in the chat?
The funny thing is
who
that
y'all
Doc
think could be the next head coach in the chat?
Doc Rivers is in the discussions to hire his replacement. Because remember, he goes from...
Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Repeat that one more time because my brain, I heard what I heard, but I just need... I need you to say it one more time.
Because Doc Rivers is going from the sideline to the front office, he will have a voice in the decision of who will replace him.
Hold on. Okay. All right. This is my thought process. So somebody who had a losing record is now in the front office and about to pick the next person.
Yeah, you got to think
This sounds like the Milwaukee Common Council.
The Haslam family as well. You got to remember they own the Cleveland Browns, your favorite organization.
Wow. No.
Yeah. So it's
is this the tank ownership? They specialize in tanking or?
This is the ownership.
I don't know.
This is the ownership that, of course, made the Waters as muddy as they were for Shedeur last year, Tory. So I'm curious to see how they do as an ownership group. And now with Doc in the front office, what does that look like? So I have a list of 5 coaches for you. Let's go through them. Taylor Jenkins, the former head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies. Remember him and John Morant? They had a little bit of a back and forth on the sideline.
Why would we want that? He didn't do too much at the Grizzlies.
He did not, but he does have ties with Mike Budenholzer, the most successful coach, I think, of the last 3 that the Bucks have had, right? Huh? No, nothing. He has connections there. He also helped develop the young core that Memphis had that made that the Western Conference Finals run. So there's something there. Good offense, credibility around the league. People like Taylor Jenkins. So, maybe something there.
Where Bud at?
Bud is not coming back. Everybody needs to just relax. That's not happening.
Maybe if we apologize.
You think so? Calling the ex?
Maybe the Bucks need to go kiss the ring, Give
me one more chance, Bud.
Sometimes if you go and kiss the ring, they might circle back.
Nah, I don't know. It's happened before, I guess, but that's tough. All right,
here we go.
Here's another option. Former Lakers head coach, current assistant coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, Darvin Ham.
Okay, he's in the system, but is it working?
Yeah, no. So he helped win the championship for the Lakers. We
know.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, when it pertains to Milwaukee, do we want somebody? This sounds like when the Common Council members step down and they had a buddy step in. The next election, they'll vouch for their buddy. Okay, and then nothing continues to happen.
So, yeah.
I think we need a whole nother philosophy. We need a whole nother idea, and you can't break pieces off a losing idea and then try to build, from there. Sometimes you got to wipe the slate clean.
Especially considering that Cam Thomas was leaking stuff to Shams about the locker room. Bobby Portis was on podcast talking about the locker room. It sounds like that locker room was
But Bobby Portis was just on a podcast talking about he wanted to culture, somebody that can shape the culture. This is what I'm saying. Me and Bobby Portis saying the same thing. We need somebody to come in and bring a winning culture to the city. That's it. You can't pinch off something that's going left and hopefully it go right. That's crazy.
Well, talking about culture, how about the former Hornets head coach, James Birgo? He's an offensive-minded coach, player development. The Bucks might have a young core depending on what happens with Giannis, so you might want a coach that can kind of help develop some of that talent. This is probably my least favorite one of the 5. I don't love the idea that you bring in a coach who had no success in Charlotte and hope that there's some success in Milwaukee.
This is what I'm saying. All of these coaches I'm hearing, dud history, they dud it out somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, where is the fresh, young? I'd rather for you to go completely fresh.
All right.
Young, eager, enthusiastic, philosophy change. If you don't dig back in a pot and it's trash in there, let's go and move in. If you're going to get a coach, get somebody that, maybe give a young guy a chance, a fresh start, if you're going to do something like this.
Well, speaking of young guys, let's talk about Chris Quinn, who's the assistant coach for the Miami Heat. The Heat culture has been really great. They get to a couple finals. They've had some pretty good things going. Chris Quinn, currently on the Eric Spoelstra staff. The Miami coaching tree is something. Again, if you want to talk about culture and discipline, there's nobody better than Miami. They've turned some pretty bad teams into finals teams, Tory.
Yeah, I mean,
that might be
okay.
something.
I mean, I ain't gonna strike him. Miami always keeps a competitive culture over there. I mean, he ain't coming from a losing idea.
No.
So
that one's
let's keep him in the hat. Let's keep him in the hat. I'm gonna put him in the hat.
Chris Quinn's in there. All right. The final one is Sam Cassell.
Okay, Sam Cassell, the playoff bandit.
Yeah. Former Buck comes back. Elite relationship with the front office and the city. He's got championship pedigree. And this is a guy who allegedly has some sort of relationship with Giannis. So if you think that Giannis is going to stick around, this would be the type of coach that you want to bring in.
What is the experience from Sam Cassell as far as coaching?
He is currently the assistant coach of the Boston Celtics.
Okay, get Sam.
All right.
Let's put Sam in the hat.
Sam's in the hat too.
But is Doc Rivers going let him be who he going to be? Is Doc Rivers in there? Is he gonna have a chokehold on some of these coaches? You know, is ego? Where do the ego factor in many times in a lot of this?
I think Chris Quinn was the right hire. I think Sam Cassell might be the hire because you think Doc Rivers won his championship in Boston, has relationships there. Sam Cassell currently in Boston. I would be a little concerned.
I like the fact that Sam Cassell is around a winning culture.
Yeah.
Now these last two coaches, I'm gonna put them in the hat. I'm gonna keep them in the hat.
Okay.
The other ones you can throw in the trash.
Now, do you think that Giannis sticks around with a new coach, or do you think that this relationship's dead?
Well, I'll say this. I was rooting for Giannis to stay if there was a chance. But if you're bringing in a coach from a losing culture and I want to win, I'm not sticking around. I'm not sticking. It don't add up. If I stick around, it's because I'm finna get the max deal. It's for the money then.
Get that bread.
Hey, look, if I stick around and I know you grabbed a coach that dudded out somewhere, I'm not going to get the winning culture from that. So I'm going to take either I'm going to stick around because I know I'm finna get the money, or if I'm chasing championships, I'm going to try to get around a winning culture. And that's on the organization. That's on the organization to create that winning culture.
That's got to be the most frustrating thing to be somebody like Giannis, man, who wins a championship, is talked about as a top 5 player in the league, talked about as a guy who could potentially be a top 5 player ever, and now this is what, year 6 of not doing anything?
Like I said, he don't want his career to dud out. He want to be competitive. He wants to be he's looking for championships right now. He in his prime, he should be. But like I said, at the same time, it's on the organization to build a winning culture around their star player.
Final thoughts here, Tory. The last team that has won back-to-back is the Golden State Warriors. 2016, 2017 Warriors, 17, 18 Warriors. Nobody in the 2020s has won back-to-back. Nobody in the 2020s has multiple championships. Nuggets haven't won multiple. Thunder haven't won multiple. So if Giannis wants to win multiple rings, he could be the first star to do that in this decade.
I'm rooting for Giannis. I like players when they stick around with the teams. Like, I'm from the old school. I want the players to stay with the team, triumph, and get the championship. Giannis did that. Giannis wrote his history. Giannis already made his legacy here. He want to do it again. And it's the Bucks organization at this point right now capable of giving him the tools that he need to do that again.
Currently, no.
It starts with the head coach. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight with Sweet Talks Med and Spa this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be joined by Operations Manager Maddie, who will discuss Sweet Talks Med and Spa's non-surgical anti-aging and wellness treatments and how every service is customized to fit your individual needs. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Sweet Talks Med and Spa at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income. You're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Hi, I'm Eric Zauner, Marine Corps veteran and board member for the Center for Veterans Issues, calling on the community to tee it up for a great cause. On Monday, June 15th, CVI is hosting its 5th annual golf outing at the River Club in Mequon. This year's event is supporting CVI's permanent supportive housing program, dedicated to assisting chronically homeless or disabled veterans and their families. Grab your clubs and support our veterans today. Register to golf, sponsor, or donate at cvivet.org/events.
An epic Brewers Pirates series is coming April 24th through the 26th. Kick it off with Star Wars Night on Friday the 24th. And check out a post-game laser show presented by ESPN Milwaukee. Then on Saturday the 25th, get a Brewers Windbreaker giveaway courtesy of Courts. Wrap up the series with Family Sunday fun and kids cheer free. Plus, the first 5,000 kids take home an Abner Uribe poster. Grab a seat at Brewers.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Word on the street, Tory Lowe for the people. 40 acres and a horse for the people. And it's mine, life short for the people. Black Hawk down, he reports for the people. If he ride on the beat, it's gonna be a little lethal. He'll at his feet, he the ghetto Grim Reaper. Bird box down, no one saw, no one seen her. Asking about the gunshot sound, what's the meaning?
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got the Pop Culture Report by Tory Lowe and Andrew right here in the studio. Andrew, what else is going on out here?
Tory, this has started a debate within the office. I asked you about it. Would you sign an NDA to be with somebody?
Like to be in like a relationship?
To be in a relationship, whether it be 6 months, 6 hours, what would you do?
It depends. It depends. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yeah. I think it depends on the circumstances.
So Nia Long, formerly married to Ime Udoka of the Boston Celtics, one of the greatest fumbles of all time, where he cheated on her.
Terrible.
Yeah, so she's doing the press circuit right now, and she's talking about her dating life. And she said that, you know, she has been very interested. She's 55 years old. She's been very interested in younger men, okay?
Here we go.
But she doesn't want to have any sort of relationship, whether physical, intimate, whatever, because they would go out and talk about it. So she almost is thinking about having some of these young guys sign some NDAs. And I'll be the first to admit, Tory, hand me the pen.
So you would sign an NDA?
1 billion Nia Long, 1,000,000,000%.
I don't know. She, you know, you might run into some walls. She may only like the brothers. I don't know. I mean, I'll say this.
Give me a shot, Nia.
I'll say this. I can understand celebrities wanting to protect their privacy. In times where everybody jump on social media, everybody want to throw pics up and things like that for clout. A lot of people are using their relationship for clout right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so she would be the most.
Yeah. So I would if I was in her space, I would want to protect my privacy, because she's been very private until that situation happened with
Ime Udoka. Yeah. No, this is.
Yeah, she was. I didn't even know. She was very low key.
I didn't even know they were like together.
That's what I'm saying. She was very low key. you got to do something nowadays to protect your privacy because now people want to put everything out on TikTok. People want to put everything out on Instagram. And when you're a celebrity, when you're out there and your image have to be protected, you may have to do NDA.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I also think that it's also just like what the circles you run in, right? Like if you're just going to a bar or a club and you're Nia Long, like, yeah, that's going to be a totally different thing than if you like are, in the celebrity spots. Like, hey, I'm going to the Equinox, or hey, I'm going to these different things. I'm meeting people. I'm going to a premiere. Like, and you're running into, say, another big name person. They probably don't need to use you for the clout versus the other way around.
Well, I'll say this. What I got a problem with is, when a man says he want a young girl,
yeah,
it's like, oh, you messing with them young girls. But when a woman say she wants a young man, ooh, it's a whole different vibration.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as a young man, I'm vibrating. I'm ready to go.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. Nia Long is beautiful. She's somebody that has kept her private life. You don't know a lot about Nia Long. But at this point in her career, now that she's single and ready to mingle, this may not be a bad idea.
No, I think it's a great idea.
This may not be a bad idea. I may have to start, doing something like this. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you living in 2026, people love to do things that maybe compromises a lot of the private things that you try to, like if you're just laying around and just trying to enjoy the sun, somebody snap a picture of you and put it out there, like you can't even have any privacy when you're at a certain status. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to fight for your privacy, I would do whatever you can if that's what type of person you are, if you're a private person. Some people don't mind. Some people don't mind sharing their stuff with the world.
Yeah, there's websites for that now, too.
Some people don't mind that, but I didn't even know Method Man, and it was two rappers that I found out they was married for a long time. One of them was Method Man, because I was like, oh, Method Man got a wife and everything, like I'm talking about for a long time, And then it's Jadakiss.
Jadakiss?
The rapper, yeah.
What?
Jadakiss. He's been with us, I think they said about 30 years.
What?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was shocked when I found that out. Like,
you got to give those respect, though, that you were able to kind of keep that on the low. Because, I mean, if we didn't know about that and we're fans, then, like.
But what I'm saying is, how far do you go when you out there in the public? If you already in the public, how much of your life you won't have no life. If you gave your privacy to the public, you ain't going to have no life. Now you in the public and your private life in the public. Now you performing around the clock.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's too much.
Let's shift gears. Akon is clearing the air, Tory. If you remember back in 2020, there was a sample that two artists wanted. Tory Lanez wanted a sample from Locked Up, and Tekashi 6ix9ine wanted it as well. Well, he went with Tekashi 6ix9ine giving it over Tory Lanez. People were very upset about it then. People are even more upset about it now. He went on the Shade Room to kind of discuss it, Tory. Look, he says that, you don't have to agree with all of my decisions, but this was a generational decision. And also, he kind of talks about snitching a little bit in the interview, kind of saying that, like, it's not that big of a deal, that people were giving Tekashi too much grief about it. There's no code to even follow, was his quote. So he really touched on a bunch of different things. My first thing is, do you care about who artists give their samples to?
No. Art is art.
Yeah.
Art is art. I'm not involved in the gang culture. I don't care about it. They all tell to me. I don't. If they can create something with anybody that can create music that people can enjoy, fine. Because that's always been my stance. I like the art. But if you're going into the culture, now, that's me. That's Tory Lowe. If you can make a good painting for us to consume, that's what I call art. Music, whatever, fine. If people want to consume it, especially if people love it, that's fine. Well, when you start getting into these codes, that's where I got a problem. Because you've been preaching this type of lifestyle and out to the young people, out to the community, and then you fold when it comes upon you. I got a problem with that. Now, Akon made Locked Up, but he also discovered Lady Gaga.
Yes, he did.
So he knows how to manage money. Giving it to Tekashi 6ix9ine, no matter if you hate him or love him, he's Mexican, first of all. He's Mexican. And he has an international audience. So if I'm a businessman, I'm going to give it to the person that can get the biggest reach for my return. Tory Lanez, I think he has Canada, and he has United States. He has Canada and United States. I don't know how many people rocking with him with the numbers, but I do know Tekashi 6ix9ine has tapped into his community as a Hispanic.
The Latin market.
Yeah, and that's worldwide. So he could go all over the globe and do tours, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm going to get more money in return dealing with Tekashi 6ix9ine than Tory Lanez, who's locked up behind bars.
And I kind of wish that you would have just said that, Tory. Don't talk about the snitching. Don't talk about anything else. Just talk about just strictly from business. Like, hey, from a businessman point of view, I was going to make more money giving the sample to X person versus Y person. I think that's where he should have gone with this whole thing.
Well, I'll say this. I'm confused right now with the whole gang thing, you know. I don't know what it is now. Like, at first it wasn't no confusion. It was just, you know, people, you know, running with the streets. Now, I don't know what this is because now people are talking to the police, which they should. I say citizens, if you're a citizen, that's your duty to protect your neighborhood. But if you pushing these codes and you breaking the code, I thought it was all fake in the first place, but now I don't believe all of that. What they've been talking has no meaning now. I think now people just looking to enjoy some good music at this point.
Studio gangsters.
Yeah, I don't believe nobody believes any of it anymore. It's just anybody can make a rap. Grandma can make a gangster rap now. It's just gonna be funny. And I looked on the internet and it is a called Granny G or something. Making rap, and it's good rap. We know she ain't out there banging. She got a walker. But what I'm saying is, now people just want to be entertained. I don't believe nobody believe it's real. If you do still believe it's real, you better check yourself because it's never been a better time to understand that entertainment, the idea between entertainment and real life.
Yeah, there's a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you if you believe that Granny G is out there on the set.
I think she was Snoop Dogg, I think. You know. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, we got guests. We got guests in the studio. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Playdates, checkups, groceries, laundry, diapers, work, carpool schedules, picture day, swim team, did we mention diapers, birthday parties, meal prep, lost permission slips, dentist appointments, and the dog that still needs to be walked. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. Sit tight, hon. I'll be right back. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone. Oh, wait. Since when are candles not on the baking aisle? But never happens. And temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you, and every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to Follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. Look, we got Loaded Spud in the building. David Hinton and Mona is in studio. All right, and I'll say this. Salute to Loaded Spuds because they were part of our Truth Community Cleanup Awards. Not Truth Community Cleanup Awards, the Truth Community Awards. The cleanup is this Saturday. And Loaded Spud was serving, one of our food sponsors, serving our people in attendance. And so I'm going around getting things together, trying to make sure that, because I was hosting the community awards. By the time I got ready to sit down and enjoy myself, Loaded Spuds was gone. Everybody, they ate all the Loaded Spuds up. It was so good. So many people saying that food was so good. How y'all doing? I'm happy to have y'all in the studio.
Hi, we're happy to be here.
Yeah, very happy.
Look, Mona. How long has Loaded Spuds been around?
Ooh, we're fairly new. We're pushing up on our 7th to 8th month now.
Okay, and David, when we talk about Loaded Spuds, how did y'all get started? How y'all come up with this?
We just came up with the idea like we love potatoes, so we wanted to take the potato and put it in the forefront of the meals. So we had different creative ideas like let's do a Philly, let's do a corned beef, jerk chicken and shrimp, buffalo chicken. We just wanted to make it as a staple and something like unique to Milwaukee, and just start that trend. And hopefully, we want to franchise as well.
Now hold on, this is unique to Milwaukee.
Correct.
Like Loaded Spuds, Wisconsin. Yeah. Made right here, established right here in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, we had this idea.
That's powerful.
Yeah, we had it from, I think, 2016 is when the idea popped in our head. And then we just been building it, moved to Hawaii for a little bit, then came back. And this is the perfect time for us to launch it.
All right, let me tell you something, Truth Nation. I got something in here, the Loaded Spud. I'm going to taste it, but I want to get a little bit of the history. How did y'all, okay, we finna do Loaded Spud. We love potatoes. Mm-hmm. What were some of the things y'all had to do to make this dream come to fruition?
Wow. Well, one, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but it definitely was worth the time. A lot of long days and hours trying out different concepts, figuring out what actually tastes good on what, customizing our seasoning, coming up with something unique that people won't be able to find anywhere else. And really just taking time every single day coming up with the brand, coming up with the mission, what the brand is going to be about, how it's going to impact people beyond just the food and, every day.
I'll tell you this. Once you start getting the LLC and start creating, that's when you know, okay, we got an idea. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, when you start presenting it to the public and having to start selling, how could people even get to this? Like, do y'all have a establishment where people can come and grab something, or is it catering?
Yes.
Or is it both?
So we have both. We have our restaurant. People can come down 789 North Water Street.
789 North Water Street.
Yeah, so people can come in. We're online. People can order from the comfort of their homes. So you got multiple options out there.
That's what's up. Now, this is my first time. Like, I was able to try. I was upset. I was upset because when we left out, I was like, man, I couldn't get any loaded spud. So many people was like, oh, did you taste that loaded spud? My son was with me. He tasted it. And my son was, he like the trash compactor. He could just eat everything. Right. He can eat anything. We call him the human trash compactor because he'll eat even when you think he's stuffed. But he said when he tasted that loaded spud, he was like, Dad, this is so good. He was rubbing it in. But what do I have here? What do I got with me?
You got the jerk chicken and shrimp.
The jerk chicken and shrimp. Truth Nation. I got the jerk chicken and shrimp. I ain't gonna taste it after we come back for break, because we gotta kind of get a whole idea of, many times when you talk about Black entrepreneurship, starting a business, many times when we think about, okay, I can start this business, and then what were some of the obstacles that y'all faced in starting this type of business? Because like I said, one thing about, I tell people, when you start a business, you got to believe in what you're doing. Yeah. That's the first thing. Because sometimes people be like, oh, nobody ain't going to do that. Or you know what? That may not work, But they only talking from their belief system. That's not the people. Every entrepreneur had a vision. They followed through with it, and they got success from it. Yeah. What obstacles did y'all face when you're on y'all journey to right now?
Well, the biggest thing was, like you said, you got to have a desire and a passion for what you do. Mm-hmm. So our biggest thing was, one, finding a location that was perfect with foot traffic, marketability.
Location, they say
that's always important. Yeah.
What they say, the most difficult part of the business is the location.
Yeah, the location, because you want a place where you get people walking by, foot traffic, you want to be seen. Also, for us, it took us a while to make it unique. So it took us about maybe a couple months just on the seasoning alone. So we wanted to have a seasoning in case
different seasoning.
Yeah, the seasoning it's a blend of a lot of different flavors mixed together. Because we wanted to have something like, if someone made another baked potato, it won't be ours. Because ours is
unique.
Unique, and we season our meat and our potato the same way, so it stands out.
Reginald in the chat says, yo, my stomach is growling. Got his stomach growling. I'll say this. I am so proud to see that when we talk about the spirit of business and dealing with business and payroll and things like that, like were some of the things that, when you started this business that you had to figure out as you went?
I'm going to honestly say it's the food cost, because you want to make sure, most people have bars and, but when you're dealing with just specifically food, everything has to be, timed and held at the right temperature. And we're so happy because our biggest thing was like, we got to get an A.
Right.
We was like,
okay, that's a whole nother part of the game.
Yeah, we was like, we got to get an A.
Right. Explain that.
Yeah, so A is your health ratings. So so A is like the gold standard.
Right.
So I told my staff, and we're like, we're going to get an A no matter what. So we constantly practice all the health department rules and make sure all our food is stored the right way. So when we got our A, that was like a big achievement for us. We was like, we did it. So now we're like, we have a very clean kitchen. All our food is stored correctly. We have amazing staff, from like the cooks to the people that wash the floors.
What's up.
Which is us sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. That's
service,
Look, I told people I got so good at what I was doing that I met the people from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And I float between that.
Yeah.
Love that.
As a person that deals with
Yeah.
a lot of different situations that have to have different hats.
Yes.
You got to make sure you know everybody, you know what I mean, to make everything work well.
Yeah, our staff is great.
And customer service.
It's important because they represent us.
It's the culture.
I'm going to have to have Keith Lee come over there and taste one of these things.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Because Milwaukee food culture is now on the map.
Oh, yeah.
Now everybody talking about the food. Even Keith Lee said even the food in Milwaukee is good.
Oh, yeah.
He started talking about that. So, like I said, I might have to reach out to Keith Lee and have him pop up on y'all.
Oh, that Midwest food is amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I think he was here back last summer, like toward the end of last summer. But, you know, I think he might circle back through because he was bragging on what we had going on here. And since this happened in the state of Wisconsin, this is original food from the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. Original potato item with different. How many different potatoes do y'all have? How many different styles?
We got like close to 10 potatoes now. Yeah. We are always launching new ones. You know, we like to hear back from people. We get into our creative space. We create new things. We launch new things, you know, every other month or so.
Yeah. And for every potato that we have, we made a sandwich counterpart. So
okay, so it's more than potatoes. What is all on the menu?
Oh, we have the potatoes, we have the loaded sandwiches, we have
sandwiches,
the loaded fries. Yeah, so the Philly, the cheesesteak, we have a sandwich to match, and so our menus are constantly expanding.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna be launching a lobster tail. Like we promoted, but it's gonna be like a featured item here and there. So we're gonna do a lot of featured potatoes throughout the week, throughout the months, and then we have our core stable. I think our core stable is maybe 10 Pacific potatoes. But we're going to always rotate and expand. And when Keith Lee comes back around, our goal is to always get our restaurant better and better. So each week we try to improve a little bit every week to keep progressing.
Is there any specials on what day? Is it like, because you know they got Taco Tuesday, got this. Is it Spud Wednesdays or what?
Yeah, so we do have we have a Monday, you know, buy one get one half off of select potatoes.
Okay.
Tuesday is our taco potato.
Okay, that's what's up.
We got a taco potato.
Really good. Really good.
Really, really good. Fridays are our happy hour. So we got a loaded happy hour. We also have a really good loaded brunch. We have chicken and waffles, biscuits and gravies, shrimp and grits. So we do a loaded brunch. So we do that all throughout the week.
That's what's up. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to taste this thing. Look, somebody in the chat was like, show the viewing audience them spuds. Hey, look, when we get back, I got a spud in front of me. Jerk and shrimp. The jerk and shrimp spud. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I'm going to taste it. Stay like this right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner, serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
An epic Brewers Pirates series is coming April 24th through the 26th. Kick it off with Star Wars Night on Friday the 24th. And check out a post-game laser show presented by ESPN Milwaukee. Then on Saturday the 25th, get a Brewers Windbreaker giveaway courtesy of Quartz. Wrap up the series with Family Sunday fun and kids cheer free. Plus, the first 5,000 kids take home an Abner Uribe poster. Grab a seat at Brewers.com.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
condition.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space, promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1-4, say your name. Tory Lowe, yeah. On the block by the courthouse, phone ring, he already know. Mama crying in the hallway. Who gon' speak? She say, Tory Lowe. North side, south side, same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Advocate, Tory Lowe. He gon' ride when it's time.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got Loaded Spud in studio. We got David. We got Mona. Hey, look. What are the titles here? David, Mona. What is the title?
Owners of Loaded Spud.
Owners.
I
the
work
owners.
With the branding department, marketing.
Okay, marketing is important.
Yeah. I
always tell people you can start a business, but you need marketing and sales too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, you got to learn that game. That's like what, 80% of it?
Right. It's a whole separate entity of everything.
You don't even mix it.
Yeah.
And what do you do, Dave?
Just operations. I design the menu concept.
That's what's up. Yeah. Okay.
But the team most definitely has put their stamp on everything we do.
I mean, you got to have a team.
Yeah. They most definitely put their stamp on it.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Correct.
Okay, well, I want to taste this. I got the jerk and shrimp and chicken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got the jerk, shrimp, and chicken. I don't know if Andrew can zoom in on this, but we got to put the picture up. Yeah, this is okay. I was gonna have him zoom in, but he got the picture. If you watch this, we broadcast live. That is the jerk, shrimp, and chicken, but also they brought in the Philly spud. And this is the one Andrew got. Andrew eating the Philly spud. He's going to try the Philly, and I'm going to try the jerk, shrimp, and chicken. And I know y'all ladies out there, y'all like that jerk, shrimp, and chicken. So I'm going to taste it for y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. And Andrew got the Philly, and it's looking powerful. It's looking powerful. So here we go. I'm going to give a little taste. Andrew already done ate his. He didn't already, when he brought it in so I could see what was going on with the Philly, he had if you look at the picture, he already had the fork in there.
Oh, 100%. It's my order, Tory.
Yeah, he had the fork in there, so somebody said, Minister Kevin said, hook a brother up, Tory. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm finna taste this. Let me. I can taste that jerk. You can taste the chicken. The flavors starting to burst. Let me see. Okay, I see why. At the community awards, it was gone.
Yeah, it was gone.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean it. It's so good right now. That jerk, you can taste the flavor. I think that's chives.
Yeah,
chives in there. You can taste the shrimp. You can taste. I mean, the jerk is just right. Oh my goodness! Somebody said, "Stop smacking, Tory." Hey, Truth Nation, powerful. Loaded Spuds is in the studio. This is amazing. Now, Andrew, you over there eating. You eating the Philly.
Yeah, I'm eating good.
Andrew over there, you know, he grew up in a household where it wasn't a lot of flavor.
Not as much as Loaded Spud.
He probably has a little salt and pepper on it. But how's that Philly going on?
Dude, the Philly is incredible. Like, this is, again, I love Loaded Spud. I go there probably at least once a month, and the food is always incredible, but this is my order. That's why when you picked the jerk chicken, I was like, hey, this is perfect for me. This is lunchtime. I'm ready for it. No, I love it. Got the peppers in there. You talk about the fact that they like season the meat the right way, and like you can taste it immediately on every single bite. And I tell you, we had teammates coming through here because they can smell how good it is, and they're like sharks in the water. They're trying to get a fork into my potato, Tory.
Oh wow! Look, let me tell you something. Hey, head to Loaded Spud. What's the address again?
789 North Water Street.
789 North Water Street. I'm coming through. I have to come through.
Yeah.
Maybe next week because we got to clean up this weekend. Y'all open on Sundays?
Not yet.
Okay. What is the hours of operation then? Let's get that out the way.
So we do Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday.
We do 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Friday and Saturday we're going to be starting to do 10 p.m. as well.
And do y'all have a kids menu?
Yes. So we have loaded fries. We have loaded tater tarts, and for
Autism Awareness Month, if you come in anytime this month with your children, we are giving a free kids meal with your order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We want to serve the community, bring awareness to everything. The children matter. They're the future. So bring them in so they can eat, have some family time, hang out, eat some good food.
Is there a website?
Yeah. It's letsgetloaded.online.
Let's get loaded.
Yep. Let's get loaded.online.
Let's get loaded.online.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we left the website in the YouTube chat.
Perfect.
Excuse me. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real says, I'm there tomorrow.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, Truth Nation, this is amazing. Look, like I'm telling you, we got to support everything we're doing in the community, the love, the support. Hey, thank y'all for being a part of the community awards. Only great things. People have spoken to me. Only great things from the food, from the service, the customer service, everything. It's been A1. What you say, you got an A?
Got an A.
Hey, I see why. We see why you got the A. You know what I mean? It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Hey, Truth Nation, y'all got to tap in with Loaded Spud. Anything y'all got coming up that y'all need the community to get involved in?
Well, we just look out for, we got our happy hours we're launching at as well. We're a big fan of our brunch, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. every Saturday. Mm-hmm. And that's when you're going to see the chicken and waffles and the shrimp and grits. So
hold on, shrimp and grits?
Shrimp and grits, yeah.
Say less. Wow. Okay, hey, look, I'm a big fan of shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll like them.
Real good.
And I think the last spot we had that I was getting it from, I think they no longer around.
Oh, we'll fill that void.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, now I got, hey, look, Loaded Spud. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is something that we got to get involved in, Truth Nation. A big part of the Truth community came through big time for the community awards. Everybody enjoyed the food. I'm gonna give y'all last words before we run the break.
Yeah. Well, definitely come by and see us. You guys already heard it. You've seen the pictures, but you do got to try it for yourself, So come and experience the culture, the customer service, the food. Come down, come see us.
Dave?
I'm glad you enjoyed the food. I'm glad that...
amazing.
the truth gave us the opportunity to speak. We're looking.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to taste something powerful.
Very welcome.
It was powerful.
We're going to be opening a couple more locations soon, so hopefully we continue to do our part and we get better at every day with our service.
Well, thank y'all for coming through, David, Mona. We appreciate you for all y'all doing, and we gonna support. And I appreciate that. I can't wait to get that shrimp and grits. I'm on the mission now. I'm on the mission. I gotta taste it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Redlining happened here. Some neighborhoods are still left behind. When decisions are made about our blocks, our homes, and our families, we deserve to be heard. The Milwaukee County Office of Equity and Empower invites you to help us tell the story of wealth by taking a short survey online. What do you need to build wealth for your family, business, or neighborhood? Take the survey and be entered in to win concert tickets, cash prizes, and more. Take the survey now through the end of March at mkestoryofwealth.com. That's mkestoryofwealth.com.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at UPath Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often, flare-ups are happening more frequently, and slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The series finale between the Brewers and Blue Jays is this afternoon at American Family Field after the Brew crew were able to rally back yesterday.
Ground ball over the mound. Frelick's coming home. He will score. Out at first is Terang, and the Brewers have a 2-1 lead.
The 2-1 victory over the Blue Jays snaps a 6-game losing streak. And with Doc Rivers out, the search for the next head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks begins.
The reality is we are thinking about this over the course of the long term.
Milwaukee Bucks president Josh Glessing on the coaching hire search. Some report names to look out for: former Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins, Milwaukee Bucks assistant Darvin Ham, as well as names like Sam Cassell, all could be in the running for the Bucks head coaching job. This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Out the frying pan to the fire where I landed at. Back where I was damaged at. Still brought a hammer back to advocate. It's the type of heat that melt the candle wax. Making moves to handle that. Never had to scam or trap the advocate. This for every mother who was beaten, who was bruised. If he put his hands on you, don't hesitate to move. What would Tory do? The advocate. Seeing how you move, I can see you had a clue. It take courage to do what you had to do. What would Tory do? The advocate.
Hard as I can go, I hope you understand. If I fall, the world might end, so I can't pretend. But I can recommend, call Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, that loaded spud. Andrew. Look, Andrew still, he producing the show with his mouth full.
Oh, it hits different, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what is Sir Chun says? Andrew grew up in a household where there was nothing but salt and pepper shakers, and both were likely deemed as optional, totally bland seasonings for foods prepared. Did you eat? Have you ever eaten a lot of seasoning?
Tory, come on, man.
I'm just asking. I'm just, for the radio people don't know it. I'm just asking.
I have been cooking very well since coming to Milwaukee. Let me tell you, seasoning is not a problem for me.
So do you eat hot sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you eat hot, you like hot sauce on your catfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little sriracha action?
Hold on, let me tell y'all something. Andrew had shared with me that when he was in school, some of his friends tried to get him waves.
Yeah.
Tried to bought him a wave cap to see if his hair would wave up.
Got the do-rag.
You was around the brothers.
Yep.
Where was y'all at? Was y'all
in
playing?
College.
Hey, what sport was y'all playing? Y'all wasn't playing any sports?
No, we were just in college. They were like, let's try to get Zimmel waves.
So they tried to get you wave. What was the process? Because first you got to have a low haircut.
Yep.
And then they put the wave grease on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they slicked it down with a do-rag.
Yes, sir. Had a red do-rag. Went to bed with that thing every night for about 2.5 months.
Is there? Did it even wave up?
It didn't. I have straight hair and light hair, and it didn't wave up, but I did get curls. Like, it did get a little curly.
Oh, wow. Andrew trying to be just Drew. I don't know. I have a feeling Andrew got some chocolate, too. Oh, wow. You had jungle fever?
Hey. It's a lifestyle, Tory.
Oh, you like the black girls.
You can cure a fever. You can't cure a lifestyle.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Pop. And that's funny. Andrew up here. Hey, I guess in college he got what they say, you got indoctrinated.
Something like that.
Have you ever tried to rap?
No.
Okay, we still safe.
No B-Rabbit over here.
Okay, they never tried to make you into a rapper.
They tried to make me. I was like, nah.
Well, okay, I knew that. I knew somebody tried to make you into a rapper.
Nah.
What was your rap name? What did they say your rap name was?
We didn't even get that far.
Oh, okay.
I put it down
How
quick.
did they introduce the concept for you to be a rapper? So
I said, this isn't Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh, wow. Because it definitely would have went part 2, Malibu Most Wanted part 2.
Not trying to hear it, not trying to see it.
Wow. I got a lot of, Andrew, salute to you, Andrew, for telling us your truth on the show today. Y'all, hey. All right, I'm not going to ask that question. But we're going to keep it moving. We got flooding going on. We got a couple new flooding reports going on in the city. They're saying flooding in Milwaukee after another round of storms. We got some footage on this if you're watching as we broadcast live. They're saying that another round of floods. I think Governor Evers issued an emergency too. Yep,
for certain parts of Wisconsin due to the severe weather. If you watch this, we broadcast live. We got some video on this. Let's listen.
There's that, Cam. Look at that. This is some of that water, as you mentioned, has not receded. And this is in Sherman Park area. You could see it looks like a lake. We got Milwaukee police blocking it off right before this bridge here, really going, if you're heading towards the city of Milwaukee southeast, really. And let me just turn this so you can see there's about 5 cars here in the water. And if I can zoom in here quick. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
That appears to be like a security car, too, protective services. And it looks like those cars just appear to be, we know there was a number of water, rescues last night from floodwaters. It appears that those 2 cars behind it that don't have their lights on, no one's in them. So just some of the floodwaters that we're still seeing looking like a river really here, just you could see how deep it is too. Just significant, right? So again, this is right near 31st and Fond du Lac, Sherman Park area, where we're still seeing some of that flood water as people, that's the biggest thing that we've heard too from Milwaukee County Sheriff's office posted, overnight too, multiple times, urging people to not drive through, not even attempt driving through.
I'm staying away from the areas if I drive and I see a whole bunch of water ahead of me, I'm turning. I'm turning another way. I'm not going to try it. Yeah, I'm not going to try to run through the water because, first of all, you don't know how deep it is. You ain't got one of them big 30-inch rim vehicles. So that means your engine finna get flooded with water. And some of y'all know y'all got them trappers. There's no way y'all need to be riding them trappers through that water. Motor Elephant says, there was a river, the highway yesterday, 2 both on Locust and Bleacher. I don't know what that KN was. Minister Kevin says, I seen a Mercedes stuck there on, here we go, on Locust. I'll say this. I am not driving in a puddle. I don't care what it is. If I see a body of water in the streets, I'm not riding through it. Now, if you get stuck, now you're screaming for help. I don't know. Somebody let me know, what's really going on out here. Now, we know that Milwaukee have been flooded several times. So we should know where the flood areas, because the city is, if you've been around the city a couple times, you kind of can know where the areas are. The news show the same areas with the same flooding problems all the time. It's not a new flooding area. These are the same areas that got flooded the last time. If you was paying attention, I'm not going over there. I guess some people ain't paying attention, Andrew. We got some footage from the tornado damage. They said there was a tornado that touched down in Sussex on Wednesday. We got some footage on that. This is where Governor Evers is saying that there's an emergency need for assistance. If you're watching this, we broadcast live tornado damage in Sussex, Wisconsin. Let's listen.
Outside of Lisbon Presbyterian Church in Sussex Wednesday, power poles snapped as cranes, bucket trucks, and a lot of chainsaws take over Hillside Road. A tornado ripping through Waukesha County just after 6 Tuesday night, leaving a path of destruction. And News Chopper 12 flying over in the daylight, showing shingles falling off the church building and a gaping hole in the roof.
I knew there was going to be damage, just didn't know how much.
Church elder Jim Gutzman says the church has stood here for over 150 years.
The cleanup is going to be extensive, but everything still seems to be pretty structurally good.
And inside, Layers of dust cover the pews.
I mean, the church has been here since 1857. After all the years, the dust and particles from in the attic all is blown out through the whole inside of the church.
Cleanup is already underway here on Hillside Road, where this entire line of trees came down during Tuesday night's storm. Crews are here tackling this now. They're cutting up the trees and clearing out the debris.
So while Hillside Road clears up, the Lisbon Presbyterian Church is doing the same, waiting for insurance to help cover repairs.
Already some cleanup happening right here behind you.
Oh, that's our pastor. Pastor said she's getting phone calls from everyone. The mayor and was just here.
Andrew, we got the point. We got the point. The church need to be repaired. They gonna clean that church is gonna be looking brand new in a couple months. They gonna come together to fix that up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, some communities when they have disasters, they have resources that gonna come together, and if they don't have certain things, they gonna make sure that they develop it right there. And this is what we got to do as people. We got to make sure that we do our due diligence to be a resource. And many times when I see communities, when you look at different community styles, you can tell when the community is well managed because the people are more active. And if a disaster happens, they're more willing to try to not talk about it, but get out there, start picking up debris. Like, they don't say, oh, I didn't do that, or that ain't my responsibility. They'll get out there and volunteer to restore. So, and we got how many things we need to be restored in our communities, especially after the flood. I remember in August when they had it, it was a couple neighborhoods that had to come to me because they whole block smelled like sewage, backed up sewage. And they said that a lot of the things that they put out their house on the curb was not getting picked up. And so we had to make a little noise, but they eventually got it picked up. But what I'm saying is this is why we have to make sure that we understand where is the area that has the most need. I still haven't heard that. Now in Sussex, they showed that church. It was a tornado, but they focused on that church. But when it comes to the north side, what area was hit the hardest? What area needs our support? If it's bad flooding going on from like last time from August, I haven't heard that. Maybe it's not bad. Ain't nobody reached out to me, so maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about anybody suffering any negative hardship from this last storm. At least I haven't. Nobody haven't reached out to me. But if there is, this is what we got to do. If there's bad areas that were severely damaged, we got to talk about it. Because if Governor Evers is saying it's an emergency, we need emergency assistance, is that just for Sussex or people that lost cars around here in the floods, but have homes been damaged? Or where people are renting I don't see a measure of damage around the city. At least not yet. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight with Sweet Talks Med and Spa this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be joined by Operations Manager Maddie, who will discuss Sweet Talks Med and Spa's non-surgical anti-aging and wellness treatments and how every service is customized to fit your individual needs. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Sweet Talks Med and Spa at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Are you planning a special event? Do you need a personal chef? Either way, make it tasteful. I'm Alicia the Chef, owner of Tasteful Events Catering, and we create customized food experiences for any occasion. We bring quality, flavor, and professionalism to every table. Whether it's a special event or everyday meal solutions, we focus on delivering more than just food. We create experiences. Book today or learn more online at www.tastefuleventscatering.com.
This April, it's Financial Literacy Literacy Month on 1017 The Truth, powered by UW Credit Union. Financial literacy isn't just about money. It's about confidence and making smart decisions for your future. UW Credit Union is here to help with free tools, expert guidance, and resources. From budgeting tips to one-on-one financial coaching and self-guided lessons you can access anytime. Because they're not a bank, they're a partner in your financial journey. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We out here fighting for the people. Tory Lowe, part 1. We out here fighting for the people. We out here fighting for the people. I can make a sequel. All these murders is getting lethal. Low. We out here fighting for the people. It's like a slaughterhouse, and we need a water drought. They tryna wipe us out. We out here fighting for the people. We out here fighting for the people.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to head over to North Carolina, where Vance County jail supervisor accused of raping the inmate. The county jail supervisor. I remember a young man came into the Tory Lowe Show, and he said something to me that kind of made me raise an eyebrow. He said, I hear your show. I hear you on the show, and you're always talking about, Big Bubba. And everybody know when I say Big Bubba what's going on. But he said, the Big Bubba ain't who you think it is. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, Big Bubba is really the CO, the correctional officer. He said, Big Bubba is the CO. And I was like, wow. And this guy just got out. He was one of those that came, knocked on the window, said he had something to say, and I just let him come in because he said he was fresh out of jail. And said that Big Bubba was really a CO. Now I'm looking at this story in North Carolina where the county jail supervisor is accused of raping an inmate. If you're watching as we broadcast live, I want to look at this story. Let's listen.
And Shannon Hawley now in front of the camera for his own mugshot tonight. Hawley is accused of forcing his tongue down the victim's throat and raping her while she was an inmate at the Vance County Jail. According to indictment documents, Hawley was an employee of the jail at the time. He faces a total of 9 charges. 8 of them are felonies. The allegations date back to February. Hawley was officially charged today. District Attorney Mike Waters says investigators believe there's one victim.
I applaud the courage of this lady to come forward and share what happened to her. And if there's anybody else, of course, we would want to have the chance to talk to them.
This is video from a January County Commissioners meeting. At the time, Sheriff Curtis Brame thanked Holly for his work at the jail.
I was glad that he came aboard to assist me in time of need. I think he's doing a great job.
Holly identified himself as the co-administrator there and laid out several issues with the state of the jail. Now, just a few months later, Sheriff Brame tells me he reported Holly to the State Bureau of Investigation. Holly has since resigned.
Okay, so, and this is what I'm saying, like, y'all always wonder why I talk about those locked up. And a lot of people feel like they, shouldn't have did nothing or to end up there. And there's some innocent people in there. And it's a combination of a lot of things happening on the inside. But mass incarceration affects our community big time. So I pay attention to it because it's a problem. Mass incarceration, of our community members. And so I listen to try to figure out what's really going on. Like, okay, some people deserve to be in there? They should be up under the jail. I probably, if you kill somebody, if you took an innocent life, I'm probably the reason why you up in there, some of y'all. You know what I mean? Or if you touched on a kid, I'm probably, trust me, I'm going to be at your neck. Trust me, if I get a call and it's innocent life involved, I'm going to be at your head. I lost track of how many people I done hunted down. I lost track, and it's in writing. I'm on the back end. I'm trying to retire. I'm on the back end. But when I was in my prime, I didn't even go to sleep. I was trying to get these folks off the street today. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? But it's a problem. It's a real problem with the system. It's multiple things going on. So when you hear that somebody on the inside is doing this type of behavior, this is why it's got to be some checks and balances. It's got to be some checks and balances on the system. And a lot of y'all cast out, we don't pay attention to that. Everybody in there is a criminal. Nah, that ain't true. It ain't true. It's never everybody. It's a lot of it's multiple ideas happening at the same time. But at the end of the day, as citizens, since it's mass incarceration, which means there's more people in my community in that jail by design, I got to make sure I pay attention to it. And make sure that, we got some checks and balances, and I'm going to move on from this because, like I said, this is happening right here. Several people, they reached out to me telling me that they had been assaulted. Something happened over there in Racine, at the jail over there in Racine with a young woman. She's out now, but I remember a couple years ago, she called me and said the guard came in and brought the knife in. If y'all paying attention to that one jail story from out of Racine County over there, where the guard brought the knife in, it was all on the news. He got fired and everything, brought a knife in and was making her do all kinds of stuff. And her mother reached out to me and, we got her the legal representation. She ended up, winning her case too. But now they got to fight to get it. I guess they in appeals or whatever, however that's going. So, like I said, these are things that we got to pay attention to that we can't forget about. I know we got a lot of things going on and everybody can't pay attention to everything. But as a village, this is why I say we got to repair the village, because if we repair the village, we're going to have eyes everywhere on everything. I want to get to this next story. This story is out of Nebraska. A woman fatally shot by police during an attempted kidnapping of a 3-year-old down in Nebraska. This was all on the social media. This was making its rounds online. Woman fatally shot, kidnapping a 3-year-old. It's crazy. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got video on this too. Let's listen.
This is the moment police fatally shot a woman who they say kidnapped a 3-year-old boy and slashed him with a knife.
He looked very scared. He looked like he obviously didn't know suspect.
Authorities say Tuesday morning, 31-year-old Noemi Guzman stole that knife from a Nebraska Walmart and grabbed the shopping cart with 3-year-old Kyler Hillman.
Took possession of the child, essentially kidnapping the child, gave commands to the caretaker of the child to walk in front of the shopping cart.
Police say Guzman forced them out to the parking lot. Officers rushing to the scene, yelling for the woman to drop the knife, but she refused.
There is video that shows the suspect swiping the knife at the child, cutting him across the face.
Two officers opened fire. Guzman was pronounced dead at the scene. Kyler was taken to the hospital, his family sharing these images showing cuts to his face and hand. His parents now reunited with their son, thanking officers for their swift action.
If they wouldn't have reacted when they did, we wouldn't still have him.
And David, this suspect had been under court supervision after she previously stabbed her dad and tried to set him on fire. She was found not responsible by reason of insanity. David, just a horrific case.
Okay, so remember when I was at the top of the show, I said some people just a nut job. Like, you can't do nothing. You can't, it ain't nothing you can do for them. And here we go with a woman randomly grabbing a 3-year-old, people going shopping, and this happens. This is making this its way across social media. But let me tell you something. This is why I tell people to keep your head on a swivel. Because some people is out there. I'm talking about just beyond, and they said she had just did something with her father, tried to take her father out. So how's she out walking around after you? I mean, you would think that she would be in some type of facility or something. I would love to know how she got out of that last incident with her dad, where she tried to take his life and now she's still out walking around. How? Okay. Wow. 9711 says, I think the medical difference is there is psychological disorders that can be treated with counseling, medications. However, there are personality disorders that sometimes are very difficult or nearly impossible to treat. This is often what people refer to as crazy. In those instances, people are very reluctant or hesitant to change. Dr. Ford. All I'm going to say is this. You got to be able to distinguish the difference between, somebody just having a mental health crisis or, mental health issues and nutso and crazy, because it ain't nothing you can do for that. They not gonna listen. They not. It's all. They done went over the edge. Anytime somebody, look. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Then I'm gonna run the break. I'm at the point now. I don't let nobody talk crazy to me. Because you never know. Yeah, they might be trying to test you, but I'll be like, I may not never talk to you again if you talk crazy to me because I don't know where that's gonna go. It's like the first red flag before something bad happened. They try to see if they can say something crazy to you and will you accept it, or they'll do the behavior towards you will be crazy and they'll see if you accept it. Now, once you start allowing them to slide with a lot of this crazy stuff, next thing you know, you in something crazy going on. So I done got to the point I may not even talk to you no more. You say something crazy. I'm not even gonna tell you I'm not gonna talk to you no more. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. We're gonna open up the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. Truth Nation. Again, the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup presented by Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewage District is coming this Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Go to ToryLoweCleanup.com. They saying it's not too late to register. ToryLoweCleanup.com. We gonna be outside making sure we help beautify our city together this Saturday. We got the 3 locations. You can join one of the locations or all the locations. And we also want to send a shout out to our sponsors, MMSD, Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Pops Barbecue, Ben and Jerry, and Waste Management. Hey, you know, if y'all out helping me clean the community, you know I'm going to feed you good. You know I'm going to feed you. But you got to sign up. You got to register. If you want to join the conversation today, anything we talked about today, 833-212-1017. Black Conscious. We got Black Conscious on the lines. How you doing, Black Conscious?
Yo, knowledge is self, and truly, health is wealth. I stand on that.
How's the missus? How the missus? Do you know they've been worried about you?
Yeah, she's getting better. We're getting better day by day. She's giving me a lot more attitude, so I know it's really coming along. And it's just a time consumption. Yeah. It's just a timing thing, you know. Nothing happens overnight. Only thing that burnt down within hours was Rome. So I'm here for the duration, man, in sickness and in health. I agreed to that when she took my hand and I took her hand. So I'm here for the long haul. But it's so unfortunate that young man, that baby, had to go through that, and he's going to need some therapy, because not only is he was terrified with being slashed by this person that had a mental episode, but then he had to witness her getting shot, because it wasn't like she moved away when they shot her.
The baby had to see all of that.
Yes, he's going, and to hear that, to witness that, he's going to need some therapy. So we're going to send prayers up for him and all the family. But you have a point, because if she did that to the stepfather, not only did she try, that's attempt murder.
I agree. So how did she get out?
Exactly, a failed system. I guess her skin tone wasn't dark enough for her to really for them to put the hammer on her. Yeah, because that was attempt murder. You don't go in there and give I like swings and I like, and get out because, you have no mental capacity. You had the mental capacity to want to harm your stepfather and then that child. That was a failed system.
I agree.
That unleashed a person back in society and then went on to do that. So those individuals that deemed her okay to put back out there, they need to be looked at.
And a lot of time when they be doing that, sometimes I'll be looking at these so-called professionals like, what is, that's crazy.
So they're probably not that professional then.
I agree.
They're just faking it. And they're just faking it until they make it. They get in that position, probably had a degree in something else and just took that position because of DEI or something like that. So, it is what it is, but that is so unfortunate, man. But it's good talking with you, brother. I've been vicariously listening, but today I had a little time, and I just wanted to call in and, man, say thank you, Truth family, for all the wishes and prayers. It really, really, really is a helpful tool. And, again, we just going to keep striving to get better. Not going to be the way it was, but it's going to be better than before.
Hey, look, we've been praying for you, and we're happy to hear from you, Black Conscious. Thank you for tapping in
brother.
And giving us an update as well. I appreciate
you. Love.
Tell the missus said we praying for a speedy recovery.
Will do, brother. Will do.
Blessings.
Take care, y'all.
Thank you, Black Conscious. Hey, look, we got a situation that I didn't want to pass up before the show. I don't want to end this show without doing this story. We got to head over to Tampa Bay, where a dog fight broke out at a Walmart. 5 people got injured in this dog fight. And, this story is ridiculous. When do you start bringing dogs to a Walmart? I guess they do let people bring dogs to Walmart, but 5 people injured from a random dog fight that happened at Walmart? If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
Marie Elgin were shopping at this Walmart in Palm Harbor, unaware that hours earlier, 2 dogs brawled inside the store, sending shoppers scrambling.
I just don't think they belong in there. For bites, it's nothing else. Exactly what happened here today.
Both dog owners, along with 3 Walmart employees, suffered small injuries as one person was rushed to the hospital with high blood pressure.
Some dogs I try to step away from or not walk too close to them because you never know if they're going to attack you or bite you.
Our cameras captured the aftermath as Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies were called out along with animal services. They say neither dog was a service animal. While no charges were filed, each dog owner was banned from this Walmart as their dogs returned home with them.
You can't bring your Chihuahua that isn't trained over here. It could be a good dog. I'm not saying it's a bad dog or anything, but things happen, man, all the time.
In a statement sent to Fox 13, a Walmart spokeswoman said the following, quote, "The safety of our associates and customers is a top priority. We only invite service animals defined by ADA guidelines to shop with us at Walmart."
It's very easy for people to kind of skirt the law, and in doing so, they ruin it for the people who really do need a service dog.
We caught up with professional dog trainer Ann Danner.
All right. So I see people with service dogs all the time. You know, I guess this is a thing where you got to have a service dog with you. They can come into the store. I ain't never seen a service dog act wild to me. I ain't never seen all right, not from what I've seen. This had to be a regular dog that they didn't got in there. They didn't got so lax with the service dogs. Now people sneaking the regular dog up in there. And why would you have, okay, first of all, I don't want no dogs around the food. I know some of y'all be kissing the dog in the mouth and all of that. And do you kiss your dog in the mouth, Andrew?
No, but people who look like me might.
Okay, there. I mean, hey. But all that don't need to be up in Walmart around the food, around. I mean, fleas is a real issue. Like things bouncing off the pet into the items in the store. I never was for that. I never was for that. Hey, we got Brother Love on the lines. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. How you doing, Brother Love?
Oh, hey, Tory, how you doing today, man?
Bless his brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, yeah, man. Well, you know, Tory, at one point you was teaching on emotional intelligence.
Yep.
And I agree with you, Tory, because it's this one girl, she was going through, and I support your efforts in your advocacy of domestic violence. This one girl, she was going through something, and she wrote a book on domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And before her book came out, something bad happened to her.
What you mean?
So she wrote the book, and her boyfriend ended up killing her. And then,
in a domestic violence situation.
Yes, and her book was coming out the next day. And the main advice that she was saying is, hey, I'm trying to leave him. I don't want to be with him, but he wants to be with me, and I'm trying to leave. And that's essentially what you're saying. You're saying if somebody say something, argue with you, you nip it in the bud before it manifests.
Before it actually grows into something that, may be out of control.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what you got to do.
Yes. Okay, brother, I agree with you. Have a good one.
God bless you. God bless you, Brother Love. Like, all I'm saying is what comes out of a person's mouth is what they think in their mind. So if you say you love me, I mean, some people can fake get you, thinking that they care about you, then treat you like crap. So that's how that usually happens, because they'll try to make the connection, but then you got to listen for whatever name they call you. Because if they calling you something outside of your name in a negative way, or saying negative things to you, you gotta see that as a red flag, like they're trying to test to see how far they can go. And so with me, I practice. If I'm gonna talk to you, like an adult. If it's something I don't like, I'm gonna sit you down. We're gonna talk about it. That's it. Ain't no name calling, ain't no you this, you that, off the rip without having a conversation and nothing like that. And if I treat you like an adult, that's my way to say I love you. Because I'm talking to you, we sitting down, we discussing it. But when people start calling you out your name, that's a red flag off the top. And sometimes they be thinking that they joking, but no, like that could open up the door to something extra down the road. You got to start nipping that stuff in the bud. Getting aggressive, you got to nip that in the bud early. Because if it pile up, sometimes you may be in a space where you can't get out of it, and now they on top of you. So, it's always them little signs. But my grandma always told me, if a person love you, they gonna show it through their actions. They gonna treat you like they love you. They gonna be for you. They gonna be, in your best favor. They, whatever they do is gonna be in your best interest. And if it ain't, I don't even care who it is. It could have been grandmama after she taught me those jewels, after she gave me them gems. I got to be around people that's going to pour in good energy inside of me. And that don't mean you can't tell me, or give correction, or that don't mean you can't do none of that. It's just do it in a respectful way where I can make sure that I make the adjustments instead of putting me on the defense by coming at me aggressive. Now, all right, well, okay. We already know what it's going to end up because I say with anybody that was born on the block, y'all got the ability to explode on any, like when you come up in, I came up off Fish Street. I was born and raised, 2351 North Fish Street. Born and raised. So you kind of got to be nice and able to defend yourself and able to combat what's in the community at the same time. So anybody, no matter if they went to college or if they chose to be negative or positive, we all got the ability to explode. So since you know that, you got to manage yourself. So I manage myself really well. That's why I say I got rules and guidelines, and I don't break them for nobody. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's that time of year again for the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we'll be cleaning up the city of Milwaukee. You can also safely get rid of hazardous household items thanks to MMST. Drop off your items from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at MLK Elementary School. We're talking things like all antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, and pesticides. Sign up now at ToryLoweCleanup.com. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Sub, and Waste Management.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
Are you planning a special event? Do you need a personal chef? Either way, make it tasteful. I'm Alicia the Chef, owner of Tasteful Events Catering, and we create customized food experiences for any occasion. We bring quality, flavor, and professionalism to every table. Whether it's a special event or everyday meal solutions, we focus on delivering more than just food. We create experiences. Book today or learn more online at www.tastefuleventscatering.com.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yo, you can't break my spirit. Tory Lowe, can you lift my spirit? Cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. Tory Lowe, can you lift my spirit? Cause my enemy can't kill my spirit. They can't kill my spirit. Tory Lowe, can you lift my spirit? Cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. feeling myself, two-step, then I do my dance. Advocate, take the charge, play your hand. All white like a swan, stepping with the sauce. With the pep in your step, guess you should have brought the sauce.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We had Bill from MMSD in studio on Wednesday, and he also was on the news recently talking about efforts to prevent sewer overflows. Now, somebody in the chat said something that we all been thinking what's really going on. They said they've been here for a long time and they never had floods back to back. 7285 says, Tory, I lived here all my life, just like you, and I never seen this many floods back to back. What's really going on? Like, I never seen Milwaukee flood like this. I mean, we would have occasional ideas, but like this, back to back, every time it rains. So every time we have rain now, is back to back. What's going on? Is it the drains being clogged up? Is it more trash on the ground? Is it something with the system, the sewer system, or whatever? I mean, we got to get to the bottom of this, because every time it rains now, it's severe flooding going on. Well, Bill from MMSD, he was in studio explaining ways to try to prevent a lot of the flooding from happening by things that we can do. And salute to Bill for coming through yesterday from MMSD. They'll have the mobile unit out for the community cleanup Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. where you can get your household chemicals out of the house, the hazardous chemicals that's laying around the house, in the garage, in the basement, and bring them to MLK Elementary School. And if you want to know what you can bring and what you can't bring, go to MMSD.com. But we're trying to do a deep cleaning. We're trying to clean out everything. But we got a video of Bill from MMSD talking about efforts to prevent sewer overflows. Let's listen.
Yeah, Ted, if you had a tee time scheduled for this week at Curry Park or a number of other Milwaukee County golf courses, you might want to pick a different course. As you can see behind me, the Menominee River's swollen its banks here. I'm standing just in the rough off of the 17th fairway, and as you can see, the meandering Menominee River has become a lot wider here and a lot bigger of a problem as we saw a lot of that rainwater that inundated our area, localized flooding on streets. And as that water subsided today and made its way through those storm sewers and into area waterways, the ground is already saturated. We know that MMSD has urged people to limit their water use over the next several days because of the upcoming rain system that we're going to be seeing here shortly. And you know, while the storm sewers are different than the sanitary sewers, eventually that water that is in the ground, it makes its way into those sanitary sewers that the MMSD has to treat. So that's why it's so important to look at when we see all of this rain in the ground being saturated, and when MMSD asks for people to limit their water usage, to try and do so.
The ground is extremely saturated. There's a ton of water that ends up leaking into cracks in sewer pipes, and that doesn't need to be there.
All right, well, I'll say this. Salute to MMSD for all that they're doing, trying to help get ahead of the curve on some of these flooding ideas, on some of these household waste chemicals in the house. This is why I said we got to be on the frequency, Truth Nation. You know, we got to make sure that we're participating instead of sitting back and watching and hopefully, you know, whatever's out here, whatever elements out here don't hit me and my family. Because if you're living in an environment where a lot of randomness is going on, chances are it's random behavior going on. So you may be affected. So the best thing to do is, if you're living in these environments, is to get involved and participate and put that positive energy to rebuilding, regrouping, rethinking, and reshaping the environment. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. We got Brian on the lines. How you doing, Brian?
Pretty good. I want to inform the public that what they can do to stem the tide of all these floods is they can start planting trees. Trees are specifically designed to stop up extra water. The problem with areas now, we have too many trees that are just standing with limited or cut roots. Well, in fact, we got a lot of trees in those flooded areas. I guarantee you those trees don't have any roots at all anyway. So the areas that are really affected need to go on a tree planting campaign. I mean, a real tree planting campaign. That's the only way you can stop up the water. That's how things grow, through water. And if you have areas that keep flooding, I guarantee you none of those trees in that area or foliage in that area have roots. Roots are what stops up the water. Not so much the sewer system itself.
So get the trees that soak up the water.
Yeah, the roots. That's how things grow. Most of the trees that are out here are just sitting there. They're actually dead, but I don't know what's going on, why they're still standing. But for the most part, these trees don't have any roots. Remember a few years ago, we had a windstorm that blew over trees all over the place, all over the city. When you looked at the bottom of the trees, none of the trees had roots. That's the same thing that's going on now. You got too many trees that don't have any roots. I don't know if the people that were riding around in the blue trucks were doing something with the sewer system and accidentally cut the roots, but for the most part, these tree roots and foliage roots don't go down far enough to where when the rainwater comes in that area, it doesn't go through the roots. It doesn't stop it up. So to mitigate the problem, you got to plant new trees that have roots to stop the stuff up. I mean, it's a simple. It ain't a quick, but it's the natural way to start stem the problem.
Okay.
Planting trees with roots. That's it.
Let's get some more trees in the ground. Some female trees too. Some fruit trees. Thank you, Brian, for coming on and giving that. Let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all out there, y'all deal with the trees, let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about what Brian said. We got Diana. How you doing, Diana?
I am doing well. Thank you. How are you?
Blessings, Queen.
Good. So, yeah, I think that it has a lot to do with this construction. Because never have we had this much construction at one time and going all at one time. And so then, it's funny that we have all this construction going on and then we have this flooding that we've never seen before. I mean, I live in West Dallas and even we were flooded up to the doorstep. So, and I've never seen that before. But the thing is I drove from the north side yesterday in the rain, and it was really scary. And I was so afraid to stop because the trees, I was afraid of the lightning striking the trees and falling on me, as I'm driving, So I was like running stop signs and everything because I didn't want to stop. And then there were still people out there that were driving crazy. And that made it even more scary, because they weren't looking out for the puddles and whatnot. And so when I was cleaning the street, I know it wasn't leaves because the street sweeper had just come by and it was just flooded up and down the street, period. Now, I have noticed that my water bill has been going up for the last 3 months.
Right.
But I haven't heard any particular reason why. And I'm wondering if they're going to now raise our bill again because something additional needs to happen to stop this from happening, And I'm concerned
and
about
a lot of people get hit by the blind side when that water bill go up.
Exactly. And I anticipate that it will go up again. And, before they say, hey, we need to increase the water bill to do this and this and this, So I think it has a lot to do with the construction. It's coming from the north side. I couldn't take 27th Street. I couldn't take 35th Street. I couldn't take Holly Road. I couldn't take 41. I had to drive all the way to Blue Mound just to go through the VA.
Wow.
To get home. Yeah, because everything is blocked off, and so that has to me, in my opinion, make some kind of difference.
Well, I appreciate you for tapping in. A lot of people forget that water bill going up. Out of all the bills, you don't think that water bill going, when you see that water bill, it's what, every couple months, every, 2 months or so, 2-3 months, and then you get this bill, and you like, what is this? Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, it's getting rough out here for taxpayers. But when we come back, we're going to take some calls. We got Sandra. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space, promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com. Markets have been anything but stable lately and is causing investors to think outside the box. Erin Harkless Moore is Director of Investment at Pivotal Ventures, and she says one area she's interested in is the so-called care economy.
The care economy is a $648 billion market. That's bigger than the pharmaceutical industry. We're all caregivers at some point in our lives, and we need a more modern system, better technology to support caregivers. So we're investing directly into companies that are innovating in this space at the early stage, that are pioneering in areas around the child welfare system, as an example.
Through Pivotal Ventures, Harkless Moore champions businesses she feels are overlooked, and she believes that smart investment in places like the care economy accelerates social progress for women and people of color. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The series finale between the Brewers and Blue Jays is this afternoon at American Family Field after the Brew Crew were able to rally back yesterday.
Ground ball over the mound. Frelick's coming home. He will score. Out at first is Terang, and the Brewers have a 2-1 lead.
The 2-1 victory over the Blue Jays snaps a 6-game losing streak. And with Doc Rivers out, the search for the next head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks begins.
The reality is we are thinking about this over the course of the long term.
Milwaukee Bucks president Josh Glessing on the coaching hire search. Some reported names to look out for: former Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins, Milwaukee Bucks assistant Darvin Ham, as well as names like Sam Cassell, all could be in the running for the Bucks head coaching job. This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Gotta tell him, bro. Gotta tell him, bro. Hey. Ghetto, jump, down. 27 standing for the home team. Neighborhood hero. Post-traumatic soul scream. Advocate. Wanna know who had to give. Whose idea was it to blast the trick? Once they get back in the way, it's over. Ghetto, jump, round. 27 standing for the home team. Neighborhood hero. Post-traumatic soul scream. Advocate. Wanna know who had to give. Whose idea was it to blast the trick? Once they get back in the way, it's over. Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about just the flooding. Somebody hit me up on the talk to text that said, I've never seen this many floods back to back. What's really going on? 8398 says, ultimately, there is a change in weather patterns. To say, how do we fix it? We can't fix it because it's torrential rain. Milwaukee hasn't been hit with that much rain that quickly since the last time we got flooded. There's no way to fix that. It's in the weather, although I agree with the tree idea. Brian, they got somebody to agree with you. We need to have more trees with roots to kind of soak that water up. We got Sandra on the lines. How you doing, Queen?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Blessings. How you doing today?
All righty. Look here. I've been here all my life, and I'm 77, of course. And I don't remember flooding like we have. And I remember we didn't have to pay sewage bills. We got sued by Illinois. They said we were polluting Lake Michigan or something. And we got sued. And so next thing we got sewage bills, plus the water bill, and then we got the light bills added to the sewage bills. And so I think what I think might be happening too is now, like, I've had problems with a sewer backup. So when I called Roto-Rooter, he said the tree branches were blocking the water from draining.
Oh, wow.
They get some kind of way they fit into the sewers there, and so that's what stopped the water from draining. So they did their Roto-Rooter job, and I haven't had any problems since.
Okay, so you said the roots was getting in the way of the sewer. So once he removed it, the water was flowing, started flowing better.
Roto-Rooter people, you have to call them out to stop my sewer in the basement.
Okay.
So they did their little line with their little thing they have, and I haven't had any problems since. But they said it was tree branches stuck down there in the pipes down there, in the root, the sewage pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, that was something I didn't know. But and then at one time, I heard you say Judge Browski said Milwaukee was a sewage.
Right, a sewer. That's what he said.
Yeah, maybe he hit on something we didn't know what was happening.
Well, somebody in the chat agreed with you. They said that the roots from the trees was messing up the laterals that was going to the house. Christopher in the chat says those roots are tearing up the lead lateral parts underground, flooding homes, basement due to the roots.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know I had to call the Roto-Rooter, and then they got some insurance you could take out in case these sewer pipes break, because eventually, I guess, if too much destruction, happened to them, the pipes are going to break, and they say that costs like maybe about $15,000 to fix it.
Hey, it costs money. It ain't nothing cheap going on when it comes to going under the ground and dealing with the sewage system.
Okay, let me ask you one more thing. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of things happen here that's not getting fixed or done right is because of job losses. How many jobs been lost or been eliminated in this city? Because they always say they ain't got no money for nothing. No money to clean up. And so we used to have garbage cans all over the place to dump the garbage and stuff. But there's always no money. And they say they got an excess of money up here in Wisconsin, but we don't get it.
Or it's not managed right.
I believe check into a lot of job cuts up there in the city. And they're trying to cut all the money, but they start with our city first to make it just bleed out. And then they can use us for all of their little poisons they put on the air of the crime and the destruction, the raggedy houses and all that. Because to me, it's an inside job that a lot of stuff, systemically, put it that way, a lot of stuff that's going on.
Oh, wow.
So, that's just what I had to say.
Well, thank you, Queen, for tapping in today. Hey, look, 833-212-1017 if you want to tap in. They saying that, why are we flooding so often now? People been living here for years saying they raising the eyebrows unusual. Prosperity 555 says, as far as the floods go, Walworth has flooded roads and houses with missing roofs in Walworth County. Andrew Meyer says it's 100% climate change, stronger, more frequent storms. They've been warning us about this for decades. The tree idea will help, though. Less concrete, more plants and trees. Hey, 833-212-1017. I want to get into the surveillance video. They have a surveillance video that shows Milwaukee police shootout after chase. Remember that chase that just happened a couple days ago on 35th? They saying that they have some footage on this, and the father is speaking out. If you're watching this as we broadcast live, we got video of the father speaking out. Let's listen.
The driver of this silver sedan wanted for a Monday morning homicide, running from police on the 35th Street Viaduct. Department of Transportation video shows him swerve into oncoming traffic and crash. We've now learned the man driving was 31-year-old Nicholas Maslowski. Police say he was the only one in the silver sedan and shot at them after the crash. 8 officers returned fire. Surveillance video is tough to make out gunfire, but shows a person in the car for several seconds, getting out, turning back at least once, and running away. That person later falls to the ground. We've stopped the video before it happens. Police say they recovered 2 guns on scene.
That video shows a busy South 35th Street, the crash and shootout happening here in the southbound lanes. We talked with one man who had to dive out of the way because he thought the bullets were coming right past him.
I thought I was going to get hit, but other than that, it's crazy,
Gunfire and bullets whizzing by can be heard on security video down the block. Exclusive video from News Shopper 12 shows the entire scene stretching down 35th Street. Police say the sedan they were chasing was connected to this homicide scene at 7th and Mitchell, where a man named Christopher Aguilar died. Online court records show Maslowski was released from prison in December and was on probation for 2023 burglary charges. He had a prior conviction for 2020 armed robbery charges and other felonies. Wow. His father, Anthony Morgan Marito, says Maslowski was diagnosed with schizophrenia and took medication for it.
When Nick got out of prison December 3rd, it was like night and day with him. He was what's the word, lucid. He was sharp. He was responsible. He was respectful, and he cared.
Okay, well, saying he had some issues, but they said his dad said he was kind of getting his act together. Now we got this video. Now, when I look at the video, they kind of played a short clip of him running across the bridge. Run that back a little bit, Andrew, because just only the part where they show the video of him running across the bridge. If you see this, it looked like he had his hands up a little bit. But that was just at first glance. But the police said he shot, and then they shot. So I thought we would see more police body cam footage on the situation. This is from a distance. This is from the side with him running across the bridge. I thought maybe we would have more of police body cam footage on this. But when you look at it, I mean, I guess, did he shoot? Or was he shot, or was it what the police said? Let me see when he runs across the bridge. Let me see. Oh, you see? Okay. I don't know. That doesn't tell a lot. It just shows somebody running. Looks like his hands went up. Maybe they was already blasted. Maybe he had already shot before that even happened. So, but I would love to see more police, maybe one of the officers that shot. I want to see one of those videos too, to make it all make sense. Looks like he's just running to me. But like I said, what they say, comply. Somebody in the chat said if he would have complied, I don't know. His dad said he had some issues. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's upathride.org.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
pesos. Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't wanna say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad 'cause I got the Tory Lowe.
Still think you're gonna use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? Probably not. So don't let them just sit there. Get rid of them right away. Take hazardous waste to MMSD's home hazmat drop-off centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. Plus, there are 3 locations open year-round. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is happening April 18th with a mobile drop-off to help you clear out the waste and keeping the community clean. For hours, locations, and a full list of what you can bring, check out MMSD.com. Let's clean it up, Milwaukee. Let me tell you something. We got to get everybody out for this cleanup. There's so much negativity going on in the community. I'm telling you, if the community, if the village come out, this is where we say, okay, we gonna take the matters in our own hands. We gonna move everything forward by working together. A lot of people love to talk, but I love the ones that love to walk. I love it. Hey, that's why when people say stuff, it don't even bother me, because I don't even live in the. We gotta talk while we work. What the Yin Yang twins say? Whistle while you work. You gotta whistle while you work. It's time to be about that action. It's time to get active. And all that talking is played out. All that people throwing all that, trying to say this and that like it means something. It don't even mean nothing. You can't even get the potholes up off the street. You can't even do nothing. You just talking. Let's get to work. Let's do something. Let's make something happen. If we ain't talking about making nothing happen, what you talking about? Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. Like, this is my 5th year on the radio. And I'm telling you right now, salute to Truth Nation, because when Truth Nation show up, they show out. Truth Nation, I love you. I appreciate you, because we ain't about just listening. We about that action. And sometimes when it's time for us to put on, we put on for the city, and we continue to do the real work. Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. It is people out here doing the work, but are you supporting those people? Or are you supporting the ones that people question if they doing anything? It's really up to the people. It's really up to the people at this point. If you can't tell what your leader doing, the people you watching and you following, if you don't even know what they even doing for you in the community, then you may need to check yourself. You may need to look in the mirror and be like, I'm the problem. I'm putting my energy in the wrong bucket. What my grandma said, don't be putting your energy with a bucket with a hole in it. Some of y'all putting your energy with the bucket with the hole in it. Hey, God bless you if that's what it is. God bless you. Don't let the devil stress you. But, hey, it is what it is. And once again, before I get into what I was going to say, let's send up some prayers for Elizabeth Brown and her family right now, dealing with a death in the family. She is dealing with a death in the family, and once again, we want to send our condolences up to Elizabeth Brown and her family right now. So we just want to make sure that I throw that out there for Truth Nation. Once again, she usually comes on around this time, but she's dealing with a tragic situation, a devastating situation with a family member. And we want to show her love and support with our prayers right now. So condolences to her family and those being affected by the passing away of a loved one in her family. And she does a lot for the community and a lot for those out there during their times of need. And right now, I'm asking Truth Nation to send up their prayers and condolences to her family and those that have been affected in any kind of negative way from the loss of a loved one in her family. Okay? Let me get back to this story. It's one more story I wanted to bring up to Truth Nation. it's just so much going on, Truth Nation. I'm telling you, we went through a lot of different stories today, but a woman struck with a repair bill. A woman struck with a repair bill after a standoff next door. So it was a standoff next door, and she received a repair bill. This Wisconsin woman. I don't think this from Milwaukee. This story is from I don't know what is this, Andrew? What's the name of this? Ferdona? I've never heard of it. But there was a standoff, and a woman was stuck with the repair bill. How do you get a bill from a standoff? We're gonna find out. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
May 2025 in Fredonia, an armed man barricaded in his home, leading to a standoff with the Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office that spanned 38 hours.
What's going on? Am I going to live? It was so close.
Neighbors called for help, saying Matthew Novak was firing a weapon in his backyard, and deputies say he threatened them upon arrival. Deputies eventually sprayed large volumes of water to force Novak out of the house.
Oh, wow.
Almost a year later, and the house still looks like this, completely boarded up and held up by wooden reinforcement beams. The homeowner next door tells me SWAT trucks drove up on her yard and left her with a completely cracked driveway and sidewalk.
It's all right in here. Where this big circle is, that's where the dip is in the middle.
Crumbling concrete and cracks that Jody Getke says weren't there before armored trucks drove over them.
You know, I need a whole driveway, and I can't afford it. I got bids up to $16,000.
Ozaukee County's insurance company sent Getke a letter declining the claim, but finds there is no liability.
We need to get Eddie over there. Hopefully, maybe we can hook her up with Eddie to come and help paint some of that, to come fix some of the cracks in the basement. Look, I appreciate everybody for tapping in to the show today. It was a great conversation. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that joined through calling in, through the talk to text. I appreciate everybody in Truth Nation. You know how we do. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that signed up for the cleanup this Saturday. It's not too late. ToryLoweCleanup.com if you want to help volunteer. ToryLoweCleanup.com if you want more information. Hey, it's going down this Saturday. Hey, look, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.